Sorry, I know I forgot to record. So for recording purposes and because I see it in the chat, this one is we are thanking someone or something. This is the first topic. So whether that be your team, your customers, your leaders, yourself for saying yes to this opportunity, the products. I'll tell you guys the way that I'm going with this one is I'm going to I'm going to take a picture wearing my Black Label. And this one's going to be short for me. I'm going to say like, thank you, little black patch for, and then I'm going to talk about what the Black Label does for me. We've got 1 minute left here. All right, there's the timer for that one. If you struggled with this one, there are some really great ones that I see people dropping in the chat. So refer to that. This next one, obviously bonuses are back in March for the month of March. And even though a lot of us, I think, already maybe made a post about this, these bonuses are something that I'm going to talk about every week, multiple times a week in multiple different ways. So for this next one, I want us to talk about bonuses, and kind of like paint a picture for our audience of what it would look like, what it would feel like if they saw, a four-figure bonus hit their bank account. So for me, my last one was a like more of a zinger. So I started this one already, and so far, just to give you guys an idea of where I'm going with this, I have picture this. It's a random Tuesday in April. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping when your phone dings. I got to change that up a little bit. That's a little cheesy for me. It's a payment notification. Four figures just hit your bank account. And I'm going to kind of like go into kind of like explaining how that would feel for them, if that makes sense. So that's the direction that I'm going. So we're going to do 6 minutes, or do we think 6 minutes is too long, or do we like 6 minutes? Should I go 5 minutes? I don't know if a minute makes that much of a difference. Regardless, I'm going to set a timer and we are going to talk about bonuses. Yes, Angela. So anytime we're talking about bonuses or commissions or anything like that, we do need to put the income disclosure, income claim disclosure thing in the caption itself. Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. 15 seconds left. All right. Perfect. Thank you guys for bringing up the income claim disclosure thing. And like Casey said, you cannot put dollar signs in front of anything that you talk about ever that is against compliance. So like she said, you have to say 4K rank advancement. Like you can't say the dollar sign 4K bonus because that's an income claim and we can't do that. So I don't know if anybody on here has, it's on my phone. So if any, okay, perfect. Kristen just shared that. That's where I was going with that. Thank you. Okay, so the next one, let's let's highlight a product and talk about what it does and how it has helped you. So for example, if you want to talk about wearable nutrition, what does it do? Why do you wear it? Why should they wear it? I think for this one, since I already have a Black Label post, I think I'm going to talk about the gut health duo. I love talking about the biotic imbalance. And then what I'll do is I'll take like a selfie or something, like maybe holding the products, and then I will create a carousel because those are what is working with the Instagram algorithm on top of Reels. So I'll create a carousel, and the photos behind that will be before and after photos of people using those two. So the 12-hour differences that I'm going to pull from our Facebook pages. Okay, so for these next 6 minutes, we're going to highlight a product and talk about that. We've got about 30 seconds. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice today. Um, as we're going through, maybe mark which ones you want to turn into like opportunity or product stories. So I know for me, this is one since I did talk about balance and biotic, and I am going to end my caption with a promo, and I did drop that in the chat if you want to read it. I know I'm going to turn that into a product story that I can throw up in a couple slides onto my stories. And so, like Hannah just shared chill. So, Hannah, you might turn that into a product story. Same with like the opportunity story or opportunity captions that we're going through. Don't be afraid to stories and captions, they go hand in hand. So take the guesswork out of it for yourself. And if you need some new content for your stories, pull from some of these that we're doing right now and turn them into a couple slides that you can put up. All right, so we're going to move on. We're almost through these, you guys. So for this next one, I feel like people discredit network marketing as a whole. Like they think that it's just like pretty presets and like reels, right? But we know that there's so much more that goes into it. Is it simple? Yes. But like, I hate the fact that people discredit it because I don't know about you guys, but I work my ass off. Like, this is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And there's a lot of work that goes into it. So it's been a while since I really talked about what I do. So think about like what you do and let's talk about that. Yeah, you are allowed to pull pictures from any of the Facebook pages, from any of the shared content. Yes, I can give an example. I don't have much for this one yet, but I think it'll give you guys an idea of where I'm going with it. So at the top in quotations, I listed out like three different things that I've heard or like seen before. So I have get a real job. When are you going to get, or when are you going to start a real career? How long do you plan on doing that? And then I have, I don't know when, where, or how this became a thing, but can we stop discrediting the work that network marketers put in? And again, that's all I have so far, but you get the idea of where I'm going with that. If anyone else wants to share what they have so far, please feel free. All right, there's the timer on that one. So really quick, I'm not done. I have to fill in a little space at the bottom. But so I've got those three things at the top: get a real job. When are you going to get a real career? How long do you plan on doing that? And then I said, I don't know when, where, or how this became a thing, but can we stop discrediting the work that network marketers put in? I know it looks like pretty presets and reels, but it is so much more than that. And then I listed out what it is. Again, this is the part that I'm not done with. So I have it's Zoom meetings, it's self-development, it's waking up early and staying up late, it's placing customer orders, it's content, dot, 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 so much content. And then I'm going to list out a couple more. And then the way that I'm going to end it is saying I go to bed tired, but I also go to bed so fulfilled. That's a really hard word. Fulfill. I can't say that word. You guys know what I'm saying. So that's what I have for that one. And then let's see, I think we have two left. Oh, we have three left. Dang, we need to get going. Okay. So whatever comes to mind when I say this next word is what I want you guys to roll with. Okay. And so the word that I'm going to throw at you is better. So what comes to mind when you hear that word? For me, I wanted to be better. I wanted to be a better mom. I wanted to be a better wife. I wanted to be a better friend, a better XYZ, right? I just wanted to be a better person. So that's what I'm going to go with this. But whatever comes to mind when you hear the word better, is what I want you to go with. And I got to kind of start speeding this up. So All right, this next one is short and sweet. We have two more left. So this one and then a next one. This one I don't need to go into any like description or anything. We are just going to make a post for Tuesday, so talking about our weekly pay. I do believe that this next Tuesday is auto bonus and like bonus payouts, because I think it's the second Tuesday of March already. So keep that in mind if you're like an auto bonus earner, or even if you're not an auto bonus earner and you want to talk about like weekly pay and then talk about the auto bonus program and how that's what you're working towards. I believe, like I said, this next Tuesday is the second Tuesday. All right, so I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes on that one, and then we've just got one more, and then we can get off. All right, and before we go on to the last one, if you're somebody who does a reel every single day, well, awesome. Now you have 7 really great topics that you can turn into reels. But if you are not, if you're somebody who maybe you're new or you like struggle to get reels up throughout the week, when we are done with this and you are onto your planning hour, I would go through these and pick 2 to 3 that you can create into reels. And this weekly pay one, I 10 out of 10 recommend turning into a reel. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, so the very last one that we have is kind of like a throwback. I'm going to use it as a throwback. I'm calling it my Throwback Thursday. Um, I want you to think about, so you can take this product or opportunity side, but I want you to think about, if you're going product, what was your life like before you found Thrive? Okay, were you like tired? Were you like dragging your feet? Did you have no patience with your kids? Like, how were you as a spouse? How did you feel? Right? And opportunity side, think like pain points for me. Like, I could talk about how I literally used to have to like dig through my house just to find something to sell on the marketplace so that I could like pay our water bill. Or, I was on WIC and I was that person that was grabbing the wrong cheese at the grocery store, holding up the line, completely mortified. Been there, done that too many times. So think back to prior to Thrive and touch on that. And like I said, I like to talk about pain points because when I think back to where I was and how I felt and how I was like financially and everything, I know that there are people who are in my shoes that like right now that I was in back then. And back then I needed somebody to talk to me and I needed to read the things that I have to say today. Does that make sense? So I'm calling this like my Throwback Thursday. Also, maybe if you're talking products, like think back to maybe you were somebody who was like in and out of like diets that didn't work, or you were like trying the wraps, or you were using another program and maybe like you didn't like the shakes, or you didn't like how, it wasn't simple. Like our system is so simple, but with this other thing that you were doing, maybe it was like drink this in the morning and then in the afternoon take these and then at night drink this tea. Um, Different programs like that. What were you doing that wasn't working? Sorry, I saw a question about if so weekly pay obviously is going to be on a Tuesday, but what about the bonus one? Honestly, for me, I'm putting my bonus one on Friday because in corporate world, a lot of people get paid on Fridays. So I like to use Friday as a day to go super bold because a lot of people are getting paid. So maybe you talk about that on Friday. All right, you guys, we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for hopping on and doing this. I really, truly hope that this does help you guys throughout the week. We are moving in, like I said, to the hour where we now plug it into our planners because it's not enough to just have it like this. You need to hold yourselves accountable and you need to schedule these things out in your planners. So, Christina, Tammy, it is recorded today. It was shared in the team chats, the team page. You can probably, if you're not within that downline, I believe it's on her YouTube if you want to find it and go through and watch the recording. So now you just need to plug these topics in. Like I said, think about which ones you want to turn into reels, into stories, into lives, and IGTVs. I always say HGTVs. We're not home decor here. What pictures do you need to take? That sort of thing. So I hope that you guys have a good Sunday, and I will see all of you back here next Sunday. Bye, guys.